Rohan sir, what's your plan for adding two teams in this season? We saw there are only two teams came.
See, the idea behind the addition of the team was a purely expansion of a base where more players get an opportunity. Because what we realized last year is that there's just a lot of players out there who go through the rigors of the league and the performance at different levels within the state. And the appetite for having two teams on the men's side certainly was visible. Therefore, we wanted to ensure that we try and explore that opportunity, and we've successfully been able to add two teams, which would give more opportunity to players to perform. Is what the sole idea was.
And uh, what about the fans? Any message for the fans who are
See,
supporting these
we,
new two teams?
we saw last year that there was a lot of fan engagement and a lot of outreach which had happened, and hopefully we're going to try and take off from where we stopped last season, and we are seeing that a lot of appreciation has been received with a lot more players going under the hammer. What we did this season also is that the players who come up in the auction list from our club level cricket has been multiplied to three times of what it was last year. So they have a much larger pool. So when you see the last category going into auction today, it's just a larger pool of players who've performed on merit and are here for an auction. So it's just at a point where you see a lot of players now wanting to play day-to-day cricket actively in order to with an end goal to play for the state at some point of time and also at the Premier League.
What were the challenges ahead of bringing two teams and also initially the thought of having allowing four players but then
See the retention of four players was never something that was discussed. It was more like a rumor which was being apprehended based on what happens in other leagues and at different levels. Since last year, there was a player draft which had happened. It had to be followed by a full auction this year. Therefore, the idea was that if we add two teams now, it is an opportune time because there's a larger window. There will be a mini auction and it will spiral on into a circular way thereafter. So, intent was to do a mega auction with minimum retentions possible, so everyone gets a fair field to pick players out from. And what you see till now, there's been a very good division of players across the marquee and your first class cricketers in between all the teams.
how has been the reaction of the existing franchises when it comes to
Oh, they've been very supportive.
initially I believe there were some apprehensions.
There were no apprehensions. It was something that actually was brought up by them at a discussion meet, and they have always been very supportive about the same. And there have also been no queries on the retention or the right to match policies that were brought about. There were no complaints, queries, or anything to that effect.
Sir, since there has been increase of two teams, so definitely more matches will be played in the league stage this time. Last time we had uh, we need to, due to rain, a semi-final was abandoned. So do we see in
See,
future that
our schedule will follow out tomorrow after the auction is completed. And how we are tentatively trying to work is that we're going to try and keep reserve games in the latter half of the semi-finals and the final stage. But league matches we are scheduling in a manner that we don't get hampered by the rain. So we've been tracking the weather also, and we're hopefully going to try and schedule it once most of the rain is behind us.
So my question was that since there are more teams right now, so do we see
We would
semi-finals this time or playoffs?
we'll inform you. Both options are on the table. It will most likely be semi-finals, and since there are more teams, we'll obviously see a certain number of days being added to the whole schedule with more double-header games. But that's something that we're working on right now.
So will the tournament also take into account the new trophy happening at the end?
We'll be finishing before that in all likelihood.
So the India-Bangladesh series is called off as of now. So how will that impact the availability of international stars like Pant, Rashid Rana, and also what is the case about Mayank Yadav? He's not in the option, and so
See, Mayank is recovering.
yeah, so he's not available.
He still is. He's what we've been informed that he's out. He's out from his treatment and he's in a recovery protocol, which would continue for a few weeks. And if at all he's available and load management etc. is something that will be have to be seen because he's a capped player and he's going to be looked after by the experts at NCA. So it's something that recovery, rehab, and fitness. Till the time we don't get a clearance, we will not be looking at it. And availability of players, I'm pretty sure that every player who is available and committed to playing will certainly be coming into play some games, is what I've been told.
Hogging the limelight in the Delhi Premier League and then not playing for Delhi Capitals rather playing for other franchises in the IPL.
See, I personally feel that all the franchises in the IPL are the same. It's, I think, an opportunity for them to play for the IPL at any given point of time is what is more